Maybe we can start with a bit of introduction about who you are and what you're doing. So, am I right?
Okay. My name is Neesha, and let me just correct you. We are not Bollywood dancers, all of us.
Okay,
so
sure.
I'm a pure classical dancer.
Okay.
Kathak. It's a North Indian classical dance form, and that's what I have learned, and I've been teaching here since quite a few years,
Sure.
since 2001.
Okay.
So yes. Would you like a brief intro about my dance form?
Well, I mean, we'll get into it in a sec, but yeah, let's go next. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hi, my name is Uday, and I teach Indian folk and Bollywood dance
Okay.
since like 2007
Okay.
in Hong Kong.
Cool. And we also have.
Yes, so my name is Luna, and actually myself is not exactly a dancer, or I'm not a teacher like my two masters next to me.
Okay.
So I am I'm the marketing and communication specialist of Beyond Bollywood. So I help out Beyond Bollywood, the organization, with a lot of the event. Most of the time I would be the MC, or I assist the organization to do some event management or some coordination, say. So I take part in most of the event a lot of time, especially for this time show, because I never really perform as part of any of the show.
Okay.
Because I'm doing the MC,
Yeah.
can't dance
But
and talk at the same
for
time.
this upcoming show, you are going to be performing.
I would be.
Okay.
I would be. So like, this is like something's very different from the last performance we used to have.
Okay, sure. So, I mean, the show is obviously themed around Bollywood, but we've got two different dance disciplines in front of me right now. Maybe we can start with Neesha, and maybe you can tell us a bit about your dance and what it's about.
Okay. So as I mentioned, it's a pure classical dance form from North India, and this whole dance drama which we have come up, and as you mentioned, there are different dance forms that we wanted to link it together. So therefore we've come up with a story, a theme about a Chinese traveler coming down to India and watching the different dance forms and what transformation that he gets in his journey.
Right.
Within him, and also what he sees is what is portrayed in this whole dance drama.
Okay.
So interestingly, the three dance forms, that is Kathak, Bharatanatyam, is done and choreographed by Oksana and her team, and we have of course Uday, the folk dancer, and his team as well. So we've linked all these three dance forms, and we have a special part for Luna, as she is the Chinese traveler coming down from China to India.
Sure. And how do these different dance forms how are they different? Like, I mean, can you describe what they look like, perhaps, for our listeners? It's because when you think Indian dancing, you might have a very specific idea in your head, and you don't know the nuances and differences between the types of traditional Indian dance, right?
I understand. So yes, it's a very good question, because generally when you say Indian dance, the people know, what people know out here is about Bollywood dances. So Bollywood definitely is an important part and has become an integral part of Indian dances over a period. But the traditional classical dance forms that we are here talking about is Kathak, which is from North India, which has a lot of leg movements, a lot of foot movements, and we do a lot of pirouettes. While the other dance form, which is Bharatanatyam, is concentrating more on the Abhinay aspect, that's mean expressional aspect of the dance.
Right.
So.
Okay. And is it danced to the same music? I mean, Bollywood perhaps is perhaps a bit more pop, right? Yeah.
No, actually it's a different music. Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Bharatanatyam comes from the south, and Kathak come from the north. And the folk dance is like we have in India a lot of folk different dances, actually, styles. So every state have one or two folk different styles.
Okay.
Some also have like 4 to 5 different type of folk dances.
Wow. Okay.
So in that, what we're doing is like bring all together, which is in the one platform, and give the journey, the person who is she's a genuine one, right?
Yeah.
Traveler. So she's gonna see all what are the difference and what she will feel with that in different dance forms like Kathak, Bharatanatyam, or folk, and we have a little bit of Bollywood style in that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll all mixed up with that. So she will realize what is actually India. So in Hong Kong, especially what Neesha ji says, Indian dance is the thing only, it's a Bollywood.
Yeah, it's not just that, right?
It's not a Bollywood actually. We have different kind of styles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Bollywood is a fairly, I mean, it's a modern dance,
It's
right?
modern, like it's the movie style actually.
Yeah.
The movie industry, which comes with all the songs, music.
But it's still influenced from the traditional dances, right?
Not really.
No? Okay. Okay. So, and you also do folk dancing as well. Maybe you can talk a bit about that.
Yeah, folk dance, because now what we are doing in this folk dance is North one, a little bit of South, and mixed with some Bollywood style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And Luna, you're the one that has to experience the different dances. And how's it been going so far?
Now, for saying that is, my part would be kind of, I try to express as a Chinese traveler, traveling along from the north to south in India and experience different dance. So this show, basically, it will be quite, it's first of all, it will be very classical. It will be something that we usually, and most people usually have in mind. Say, for example, like you have asked about Bollywood dancing. It's like more a history journey. And for my character, I'm very, very lucky to be able to take part in this show and this performance, because it's linked through the true classical Indian dance form and movement in everything compact in one show, which is something that I don't think in Hong Kong properly. I dare to say it could be the first time some art performance in relation to Indian classical dance will be on show, especially in Hong Kong City Hall. So for my part, maybe I keep a little bit from the audience.
No, you can just,
because
a little surprise in there,
yes, there's a little surprise. It's you have to imagine how a Chinese traveler to link through Indian classical music, Indian classical dance form in this performance, in this drama. So the one hint I can give everybody is that I would be the only person that is not dancing in the dance drama. I try, but like you'd see afterwards. So it is very, very special and unique experience for myself, even though when I'm only acting as a Chinese traveler, but in between when I'm practicing with all the dancer and all the master, it's a very unique experience, because you can, the more you, when we practicing, we obviously will have to look at the same dance for so many times, because we put a lot of effort, everyone put a lot of effort to practice for the show. So you'll be seeing the same thing all over again. But the more actually you are in that field and in that atmosphere, you can feel that in different dance form they have the very strong various aspects and how to say the attitude, atmosphere comes along through different dance form. It was very, very unique experience. So I dare to say, as an audience watching this drama show, it's definitely going to be a very unique experience.
And personally, have you been exposed to this sort of dancing before? Like,
it would be a lie if I told you I totally not dance.
So in rehearsal you were like, oh my god, this is amazing. So
I do want to dance along, like taking part in it, but of course, like you need certain skill and standard and level. So I would stay back in that. Years back, actually, I am a student of Master Uday. So I did a bit of Indian classical and a little bit of Bollywood movement, but for myself, I would prefer Indian classical dance. And of course, after a little while, I realized I'm just not a sauce. So I back out. It's easier to be MC.
And you can watch and be amazed.
I just put on these pretty dress. Nice Indian girls like that. But for experiencing the whole different dance form, it's you have to be there to see it.
Sure. And do you guys know how many dancers you're having in the show?
So in all, we have around 28 dancers.
Okay.
And
do they all do all three performances, or is it separate groups for each one?
So it is separate group for each of us, 3 separate groups. But
Okay.
at the end, in the finale, we all come together.
Right.
And I think that's the finale.
Okay, what sort of music are you going to play for the finale then?
So mostly like we don't want to expose everything, so that
Yeah.
if you see the whole drama, then you will understand what actually we are trying to show to the traveler and for the audience actually.
Okay,
So
sure.
we mostly will say you must come and see this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess it's mostly people might think, oh, Indian classical, it must be something that like kind of like a bit quiet and calm music. But indeed, our music is not like calm or like chilled at all. It's something that a little bit of fusion. Am I right to say so?
Yeah.
Yes. So it would be a bit of rock. Classically.
Well, I mean, I think it depends, right? Like the Indian music, it can be the nice, calm stuff, but it also can be high energy, like even the traditional music from what I remember. I'm not that versed in it though.
Definitely. It
Okay.
brings up the atmosphere for
Yeah.
sure.
All right, maybe we can talk about the choreography process. Like, how do you go about creating something for a show like this? Maybe start with Neesha. Yeah.
So basically, when we came out with the theme, that's when we started thinking that since Bharatanatyam, one of the styles, which even still is rooted back in temples, we thought we would start off with the traveler coming from south of India, and he watches these beautiful this beautiful dance form in a temple. So he watches the procession and he watches the different dancers, how they learn this classical art form in a classroom as well, and how they perform later on stage. So that goes with the Bharatanatyam team, which later on the traveler comes to the Kathak part, and he comes to the north and he watches the same, a different dance form in the Mughal courts. So and he's fascinated as to how the rhythm picks up, and it's from temple, it's gone to the courts, and then later he watches them, the folk dances in the villages. So that's how the storyline goes. But yeah, I think
That's it.
I've given a little more detail about it,
Yeah.
just to attract the people
Sure,
to come and
sure,
watch
sure.
it. But so the choreography was accordingly based, and therefore it became easy when it was theme based. It was easy for we choreographers to come up with some songs and the music accordingly.
So you think story first, and then you can work out the details later. Yeah.
Definitely in this one, because that's the reason it's a dance drama, and the best part is we haven't used any narration, so there is no narration at all throughout, and yet we are taking the audience through dance in a drama form.
So it's gonna be facial expression and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We have to start practicing since March or April, isn't it?
Wow, that's a long
From
time.
the beginning.
Yeah.
We were performed in Taiwan already once for the premiere, and so the whole show and choreography, everything started at the
To
beginning
start
of
up,
last year.
to start up this drama took actually 1 year.
It wasn't it?
Okay.
1 year, and after
Yeah.
that we started after 6 months practicing, like
Yeah.
last year, 6 months,
Okay.
April or May something.
So-
then after that we performed in Taiwan
Yeah.
last time in
Okay.
November. Then now we came up with again with little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So has it changed perhaps since your first time you performed it?
Oh, yeah, of course they
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Actually,
definitely
we
enhance
only
it.
focus like, okay, this is a trial, because none of the people I think they did it in this way as a traveler journey or what
Yeah.
this thing. So we tried in Taiwan. It got a very good response from the audience.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, let's do it in Hong Kong one more time. Then we planned, okay, February. Then again, once come back after November, I think we started again in December. Practice again back to December.
Right.
So it's like, yeah. And the students are really amazing.
Okay.
They never say, oh, tired,
Yeah.
but they still keep practicing.
How much do you practice? Like
Like weekly.
It's very difficult to gather everyone.
Yeah.
weekly, like
Weekly, but for all the
No,
students,
weekly
everyone
for the
practice
for the
themselves.
whole finale one.
yeah.
But
Everyone.
individually, we practice with them also.
So-
Almost
so they're doing
every day,
like
own class,
5 to 10 hours a week or
Yeah.
something.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to say about the show? Maybe something that would really inspire people to come, or
I would strongly suggest for the youngsters definitely to come, because as we said that it would give them like a small window into what Indian dances are,
Right.
different styles, and definitely they would be much more educated about Indian dance forms. So at least from that angle, I would definitely suggest all of them to come and watch us.
And maybe even inspired to come try it themselves, right?
Definitely, that would be great if we could have workshops later.
Okay. Show dates, times, and location. When can you see it? Where you can buy tickets?
The show actually is going to held on the 17th of February 2019, right after the Chinese New Year.
Okay.
It's on Sunday. It's in Hong Kong City Hall. It will be starting I think 7:30.
Okay, sure.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, and where can you buy tickets?
And now you can go online with the Urbis office, or you can go into any of the Urbis branch, say for example Tom Lee,
Sure.
and you'll be able to get a ticket. And I'd like to mention one thing for our show this time on the 17th of February. The name of the show is BEYONDancing 2019. Besides, of course, we mainly today talk about the drama part a lot, because that is the highlight of the night, and it's something that's very, very special that don't. I'm pretty sure there's nothing like this it was shown in Hong Kong before. But before that, we actually have different type of dance. Also, there's some Bollywood dance also before the drama show, because the whole event is start early, and it's going to split into two parts. So the first part, it will be performed by different team around Hong Kong, because a lot of people actually didn't realize Indian, either classical, Bollywood dance, it's rather popular. So for that, it will be able to give the audience an insight of what we have and what around Hong Kong you can learn, and what different type of Indian dance form. Besides, we have the main Bharatanatyam, Kathak, and folk dance in drama. But in around Hong Kong, there's so many other different type of Indian classical or Indian Bollywood dance. So you can see that in the first part of the show that night.
Okay.
And then it will be our highlight of drama.
Okay, awesome.
Thank
Anything
you.
else you wanted to say? No.
Yeah, just come.
Okay. Yeah, just come. Okay.
See.
Okay.
Just come and see it's be different than what they always watch the events.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much for joining me today,
Thank
and
you
good luck with the
very
show.
much. Thank you.